Hello, Kit fans, and this is Talking Kit. Brand new show for 2022. This is where we are coming full kit rankers. You may have seen it on one of our earlier episodes, the La Liga episode, where we kind of ranked 10 kits. We all privately give it a score from 10 to 1, and then totted up the scores and had a final league position. So we thought, why not make it a whole show on its own and give it its own sort of slot on the channel, which I think is pretty good, if you do say so myself. Hello, kit heads. We are, I don't know if you believe it or not, we are actually Talking Kit, and this is the home of the greatest football kit content in the whole entire world. I say that, and that's a bit of a falsity because we've not been around for far too long. So we still are the home of it. It's just a home you've probably lost the keys to, and you've managed to find them around at your mother-in-law's down the back of the sofa. So we invite you in to the rank bank for, I was going to say 10 more shirts. It's not 10 more shirts. It's actually 5 shirts. I'll get into that in a second. But we are back for more full kit rankers, and we are more than happy that you have come to join us. The first person I have to introduce you to, I'll reintroduce you to, I suppose, as Jay-Z once said, it's GK Sean. Hello, GK Sean. How are you doing? It's been a while since you've been on here. How are you doing?
Yeah, sound, mate. Sound really
pointing
good.
at you because you're GK Sean. It's not Don.
No, I was looking at I was pointing at my name.
Okay, I'll let you off.
Yeah, really good. So glad to be back.
Yeah.
Not spoke to any of you for a while. Been keeping a close eye on Twitter though. X even. Seen a lot of you recently, Aaron. Busiest man on the internet, I think.
Well, not by my choice, but yeah, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, it's nice to see you back on the channel. Right, next is obviously the second right-hand man here. He's the Batgirl to my Batman and Sean's Robin. I don't know. It's obviously Kit King Dom. Hey, Dom. How you doing, pal?
Oh, good, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain.
I think we should start calling you Phil. I'm going to say his second name because it's a bit touchy, but just because there's that many cubes around you these days, I think Phil might be a good name for you. Phil?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, dare you tell us about the kit cubes? That was the okay, come on.
Yes, I can do. So, obviously, having had just an idea for something that I wouldn't mind like seeing or having, made like a concept some months back. Just put it on Twitter and Instagram just to see what people's reactions would be to it. It seemed to go down really well, and then thought I may as well just reach out to some people to see if they had any kind of advice or anything. Fortunately, a couple of people in the community have given me some really good feedback and some good advice. So was looking to get them developed and did that, sourcing the right kind of manufacturer, coming up with another to go with the original concept as well. So just went just classic 90s, 3 domestic shirts and 3 European teams as well. And then got 125 of each piece, so was that the kind of limited edition appeal to collectors. And then I've got those going out fast at the minute, so keeping me busy, to places like Argentina, Canada, France, Spain, even Wales.
All the way to Wales, Jesus.
But they've gone really well. Some of the requests for more cubes are flooding in as well, so that'll give me a bit of data to gauge what kind of cubes to do next.
I know you mentioned reaching out to people. I'm quite annoyed you didn't go for my suggestion of the ones that you turn upside down and it's the woman's shirt comes off, and obviously a male version. If you males, you want to see a male's top. We're inclusive here at Talking Kit. You can have any way you want. It's fine.
I'll just put it out there. I will not be doing that. So okay. Ages 8 and above, and I did that. Probably you could be younger and have one, but I genuinely got.
No, I meant you turn up and she's got like the rival shirt on. I'm not saying like topless. Come on, it's a family show, guys. She's wearing a United shirt, turns upside down. She's got a Liverpool shirt on. What do you think I'm thinking here?
Come on.
Come on.
But yeah, mad frustrating. But luckily you can take them apart and put them back together again as well. So it's been nice seeing people post that they've got their deliveries and they seem relatively pleased with them as well. So yeah, all good.
Fantastic. So you're basically saying you can cheat on them. So the City fans will be happy with that then, yeah?
Yeah, or you can only do it 115 times though.
Oh, it fits into their wheelhouse, doesn't it? Right, okay. Last person to speak to is the Padme to my Anakin. He's I'm saying that because I saw your Star Wars tweet today. You did a Star Wars tweet, I think.
Yes, I did do a Star Wars tweet today.
I'm watching. I'm always watching, Chris.
Always watching.
It's obviously Chris who loves to chat shirt, which makes him a perfect guest for this show. How's everything going, my friend? I hope you're well.
Yeah. Bumpy start to 2024, but just lots of nice shirts and just trying to actually figure out doing something creative this year. I don't know what yet. There's been some rumors of me filming some more chat shirts, but I don't know if I'm shadow banned on X for my liberal thinking, or just if no one likes me anymore. So I'm thinking of doing a few more chat shirts, making them a little bit more kind of casual, a little bit more like Dave Portnoy pizza reviews, but obviously without the sort of problematic Dave Portnoy sort of thing. I was literally talking with old Dom over there about possibly doing a little football shirt board game. Maybe, who knows? I had a random idea. Also, before we start, Double A, I do just want to say congratulations on all your recent United success, and obviously you're going off into doing content creation and all the stuff you're doing with United. I don't really watch it because we're currently watching The Office for like a comedy show. We're gonna check out United season at the end. Like we're gonna binge watch at the end of the season for like proper comedy. Okay. Honestly, mate, congratulations. I'm really chuffed for you.
Right, let's get on with the show. Okay, so if you haven't already, it is your first time talking kit, or maybe it's not. You talked kit many moons ago when we were constantly uploading and releasing videos. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We are really pushing to start growing our community and the kit heads. So make sure you are subscribing, liking the video as well. I know it's the first Full Kit Rankers back in a while, but I appreciate if you could like it, help us with that old algorithm, that dirty word that is said too much on YouTube. And yeah, share it with your kit loving friends. Like I always say, the kit community is vast and we would like to reach every single crevice and corner if at all possible. So that'd be fantastic. Don't look at that, Tom. I can say crevice without it being dirty.
Oh, it's one of them words. It's up there with moist. I can't hack
no one wants a moist crevice, do they?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
You brought
it on yourself. Right, let's talk about Full Kit Rankers and a few changes that we are bringing to the show. Now, as we all know, the running joke on this show is that it's far too long. We waffle on too much, and people, I'm not going to say get bored because that's ridiculous because we're very entertaining, but they do go on a little bit, the episodes. As hard as we try, as much as, because I don't want to chop it to the bits, edit it down so it's nothing and you're missing gold, which you get in every episode. So what we have decided to do is we're going to keep 5 rankers. Jay from Retro will be our 5th ranker who will occasionally come on the channel when Sean or Dom cannot make it. And I am going to start ranking again, but I may occasionally offer that out to people as well. And we'll always have a guest. But what we are doing, we are cutting the number of shirts we have ranked in half. So yeah, 5 shirts is all we are ranking. Now it kind of, as Dom said, cuts out that guff, the kind of the middle of the road shirts. People said, I just put it there to put it there. I just, they had to go somewhere. It's almost the tagline of the show. It had to go somewhere. So, we've kind of cut all that out. So these 5 shirts now, hopefully they're going to be 5 bangers. So it makes people think a little bit harder. And, as I said off screen before, people are last minute messaging me saying, oh, can I change my order, please? Because, so yeah, that might happen a little bit more. And I maybe have to start a deadline. No changes after 7 o'clock or something, Chris. Okay. But other than that, it should hopefully condense the show down a little bit more and be a bit more fast-paced, which is what we want. So yeah, us 4 on screen have all ranked, as well as Jay from Retro Football Kits, our good friend on the channel. And I'll tell you the theme this week, as it's currently going, and you would have seen from the intro, it is the Afcon 2023 shirts. So it's kind of full circle now, because our very first episode of Full Kit Rankers, way back in start of 2022, was the Afcon 2021 shirts. And yeah, we've decided to just go full circle as the competition is currently running. On that episode was myself, Sean was there, Don was there. Before he was a regular anchor, he was just a normal ranker that was only meant to come on once, and then look at him now, he's here every week. No, James, obviously, who used to be on the channel, Josh as well, who was a regular anchor, and Gavin as well, Kit Geek. We had 6 people on. I was looking back. Obviously, we've got the new intro, right, that you would have seen as well. And I was going through the episodes, and I was like, how the hell did we have 6 people on this show? No wonder it was like 18 hours long. Like, people had to take days off work to watch it, or watch it in 18 parts. Let's get into this week's list then. And at shirt number 5, with a score of 11, and it is this one. I like this one. Maybe I did. It's this one. It's Equatorial Guinea, and it's their home shirt. Yeah. The Flash. Anyone for The Flash?
I thought it was Shazam.
It could be either, mate. It could absolutely be either, couldn't it? It was the red that makes me think, The Flash. And yeah, I mean, I had it in 4th place, and I think, like you, Chris, I think this fluctuated for me. It's one of the shirts that I was moving around a little bit when I first saw it. When Dom sent it through, I was like, yeah, I absolutely love it. And then the more you get in your own head, you start to think, actually, maybe it's not that great. Jay from Retro also had it in 5th. He had it in 5th place, so he got it spot on. He just says the design looks a bit cheap, a bit Microsoft Paint, he's saying. Let's go through our rankers that are here, get the opinions of Sean, Dom, and Chris. And we'll start with you, Sean. And you had this one in 4th place, similar to myself.
It just, apart from the lightning bolts, it just looked a bit plain compared to the rest of them. It reminded me of Morocco at first glance as well. The collar, I don't like a round collar either. It's a nice design on the collar, but it needs to be full. I don't wear red on a night out either. So full.
You're not wearing red. Why? What's wrong with red on a night out?
Red spells danger, doesn't it?
Who for?
Billy Ocean. Red light spells danger.
That's actually mine and Lucy's first date song. That.
Oh.
It's got some good connotations. It's not a dangerous song. It's just some good connotations.
Oh, because you met her in Amsterdam in a red light district. Is that what it was? I'm joking.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I was the only one at the window.
Lucy, if you're watching, that was a joke, by the way. Like, I don't think that of you, obviously. Dom, let's come to you next on it. And 3rd place, middle of the road.
That doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, 3rd place. Because there's bits that are all right about it, but then obviously, like you say, the Wrexham or kind of Wales looking kit. I like it as part of the trio more than I like it as a singular shirt. I mean, it's all right, but yeah, very much what Jay said with the clip art or rubbish Microsoft Paint application for it. I'd like to know the meaning behind it. I'm hoping that Chris has researched it because I haven't.
Chris, for you, it was 3rd as well.
Yeah, this is the one I flim-flammed on.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, and I'm just actually looking at a bigger picture on my screen of it now. Like, I think, I don't know, I'm now flim-flamming back. Now someone said clip art, I'm a bit like, it is a bit clip art, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's trying. Is that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just that thing that seems to come with a lot of, like with Afcon in itself, is that, a lot of the kind of teams kind of go a bit balls out the bath, don't they? And they go like, right, here's our kit. It's big, it's bold, or it's dynamic, and I think that's why a lot of the kind of Puma stuff sucks at the minute. And this one, I'm like, I kind of like that it's a little bit dynamic. I agree with Dom as well that I think it works better as the trio, and that you kind of like that picture of it all in red there. I'm just a bit like, yeah, I suppose. I have no idea what the Shazam thing means, unfortunately. Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
But I don't know if that's just the thing. That's the the marketing guff was full of bold and bright and inspirational. Yeah, I end up putting it in 3rd because I just thought it was just doing someone's gone for something there, and I kind of
Yeah.
appreciate that much more than the two that I voted lower. But at the same time, has someone basically taken next season's Wrexham shirt and just, shazammed it up?
Shirt number 5 on our list this week, dead last, which it seems a shame to say out of 5 shirts, but it is, unfortunately. It is Equatorial Guinea and their home shirt from this year's Afcon tournament. Shazam, let's move on to the next one. Number 4 is this one. It's Cameroon goalkeeper 2, apparently. It's the comeback, the revenge. That's what it says. Obviously worn by one of the most calamitous goalkeepers in world football right now. Absolute nightmare of a time that kid is having. I had this one dead last. Yeah. Is it one for all? It's not for me. Jay had this one in 4th as well. It's the colours and patterns work well. Nice throwback to the wild GK kits from the 90s. Dom, let's kick it off with you. 2nd bloody place.
I like it for what it is. A GK2 shirt should always be like Larry. And I think just everything surrounding it's mad, because obviously they were supposed to have like a different kit provided, but have had to use the kit that they had last tourney. I think it's just a mental time for him, obviously in between the sticks, and then getting binned off for his cousin, who it turns out it's just as shit.
Yeah.
So
in the 3rd division of French football. Mad.
It's like, obviously, it's just like when you're younger and you're playing football and you're like, someone's got to go in net, and he's like, I'm fine, I'll go in. But yeah, I think you can allow it a bit more garishness with it being a keeper kit. So for that reason, if it obviously was the outfield shirt, I definitely would have put it a bit lower. But the lion and the crest and the club, the manufacturer logo centered, which we've seen and often we really like. This manufacturer is even like with their name sets, the number that's on that front, it's like an old Bayern Munich font, I think. So they're just like, fuck it, put whatever on.
Find what you can.
Yeah, and the stars above the crest as well. I think that shirt, obviously on him, I think it looks better than that little 3D image thing. But why he's got number 1 on his gloves, I don't know, because he should be nowhere near anyone's number 1, which is why he probably wears 24 for both United and Cameroon. But yeah, I think as a goalkeeper kit, I'll give it some leniency.
Just a visual representation of my face when you pulled this out and shown it me. Like, don't know about that, Dom. Don't know about that, mate. Chris, let's come to you. 4th on your list.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Double A. There, when Dom suggested that kit, I was a little bit like, oh, is there not any other kits that
from like
maybe
Dr. Congo? I had to leave some out.
Look, Dr. Congo went to medical school for 7 years. All right, he's focusing on his medical degree. Don't give him shit about his kits. All right. Look, the South Africa 3rd, I think, is really lovely. That Cameroon keeper, it's fine. It's fine. It's like, it's there. It exists. I think as a manufacturer, I heard some rumours back in the World Cup that they were owned by Samuel Eto'o, coincidentally head of Cameroon's FA, and I'm sure he's getting lovely loads of money off of churning that out. It's nice. It's purple. Purple's lovely, isn't it? Everyone loves purple. And it had to go somewhere, so I put it in 4th. That's what they say when they pick a nana, isn't it? You have to go somewhere.
You have to go somewhere. Let's finish off with a GK for the GK shirt. GK Sean, you are a GK. So what are your thoughts on the GK shirt worn by the GK Andre Onana?
Well, where did I have it? Did I have it 2nd or 3rd?
You had it in 3rd place, buddy.
3rd. I like this kit. I'm glad it's in there. I like the front of it's layered. You've got base of purple. Next bit of the transformer face is like lilac, and then the next one's black. I think it's good. I do think you don't need that many stars though, do they? Just put something like ×5 or something, wouldn't you? It's a bit too much. It just makes it makes it look a bit silly, doesn't it? Again, Anana's not been the greatest, and it does suit him. I don't know whether that's because it's comical or what, but even if he wasn't in the kit, I would still like it, and I would buy it.
There we go then. Cameroon, they're fourth on our list this week with 12 points overall from our rankers. Next on our list then, at number 3 with 13 points overall from the rankers. And it's this one. It's the Cape Verde home shirt. Who wants a map on a football shirt? It's not been done before. I had this one in 3rd place. I think it's nice enough, isn't it? It's nice. It's a nice shirt. Never had a tempo before, but I think with the kits, they may need to up it. Jay had this one in 3rd also. Love the map concept, clean and simple. So Jay definitely does like a map on a kit. The rankers that are here, let's go through those and find out their thoughts on this shirt. Chris, we will start with you, my good friend. You had this one. This is one of the ones you moved around, and you put
This was the flip flop.
Yeah.
This was 3rd, and then went 5th.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because I think when I went and looked back between this one and the Equatorial Guinea one, I was like, the Macron one's like just seemed a little bit better quality. It just seemed like it had a little bit more to it. Whereas this one, I don't know. I think if you're from Cape Verde, you're gonna really like it. It's got the map on it, and I think it's smart. But I was just the more you stare at it, the more uninspired it gets. It's just that kind of like it's a bit of a dull shade of blue. The kind of trims that sort of like I like the red, but the black or the dark blue just doesn't do much. And the map outline. I suppose if you're from Cape Verde, you're like, oh, that's the islands and that's where people grow up, and I'm from that one and you're from that one. Whereas maybe to an outsider, it's just a bit like cool random shapes, know. And I guess it's not, the islands aren't necessarily as iconic outside of the local area. Plus, I think I don't know if you can do this, Double A, but if you bring up that one from I think the 2022 Afcon, that was actually a little bit bonkers. It was like a striped shirt with like a giant shark on it, something like that. That one was amazing. It was like properly out there. So like if you look at that one from 2022, like that's got wave patterns, it's got a giant shark on the front. It just, maybe if the gold and the red I think is interchangeable, but that one feels a little bit like I say, Afcon shirts kind of have this kind of, I don't know if it's a tradition, maybe it is a tradition where they kind of feel quite, out there. This one from the last tournament, or when 2022, definitely out there. The one from this year's, it's just a bit meh.
Thank you very much, Chris. Sean, come to you next on it. You had this one 5th place. You agree?
Last place.
You agree with Chris on it then, I guess?
Yeah, it was a bit dull as Afcon shirts go, and also I don't know if it was. I mean, I'm looking into the detail too much. It might not be the right detail. On another picture, it looks like the material's really thick and wool. It might be that bit there. Look in the background. Is that not the texture of the shirt? Is it? It looks really thick.
I think that's just the pattern of the shirt.
Yeah, it's got like a wave pattern through it.
Yeah.
But also, it looks dead uncomfortable to wear on the player picture. I like the map. I like the little islands on it. Maybe locate a capital city on there. Go up a little bit. It looks very French as well, doesn't it? That's to state the obvious. It looks French.
I don't know if this is meant to be, but commit to the pinstripes or not. The breaking up of them for me is a bit annoying. Commit.
I think it's representative of like a nautical map with the degrees across it as well, and the compass as well a little further down.
Yeah, I thought that, but I didn't want to sound like an idiot. But there we go. I made myself sound like one anyway. So thanks, Dom. Sean, night out rating. Would you give it anything?
I'd go out in that 8.
8, fantastic.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, 5th on your list. The wonders of the night out ratings. Dom, let's finish off with you on this one, my friend. And you had this one in the wonderful place that is 1st.
I think I was just drawn in, and often with tournament related shirts, when I'm picking them, I'm looking for like key moments, key players, and the romance of seeing United's, I don't know, you don't want to say weirdest ever signing, scoring a 94-yard free kick. Just completely drew me in. I think the golden was those bigger ones work quite well as well, with the little jock tag in gold. But yeah, I think the previous shirt with the shark, they went a bit balls out at the back with that. So I think something a bit more reserved now. I'm not mad at it at all, because it can get a bit much when everything's just a little too leery. So I think the simplicity of this spoke to me. The stain kind of looking islands could be, there's a number of avenues you could go down there, but that's why I was ranking really highly on this one. Loved it, but yeah, mainly because of Bebe.
Obviously, because of Bebe, absolutely the best player to ever play for Manchester United. So there we go. Cape Verde and their home shirt is third on our list with 13 points. Right, we have a little bit of a jump for the next two shirts. In second place with 19 points, I should say, is this fantastic effort from Angola. My number one. I think I love it. The pattern, obviously the nice stripe across the front and the middle. And I think it works. The colours, I like the pattern. Not only the pattern that's on the black stripe, also within the black stripe, and also the pattern that's on the top of the shirt. I think is wonderful. I think it's a beautiful shirt. Well, not one that I'd seen, even though I did a thread for this for retro on the Cup of Nations shirts, and I didn't put this one in. So, shows what I know, doesn't it? Let's go through the rankings that aren't here. Jay, obviously from retro, isn't here. So we will say he had this one, number one, similar to myself. The traditional patterns look really good and are a class way to represent the country. He's absolutely right in what he's saying there. Who did I finish on then? Was it you, Sean? No, it was Dom on it. Sean, did I finish on? No, I finished on you, Dom, didn't I?
Good soundbite that off you, Aaron, again.
What?
Finished on Dom.
I finished on Dom.
Sue me. Finished on Dom. I love that Cape Verde shirt.
The thing is, yeah, I didn't want to leave any of that in. I'm going to have to now, aren't I? Let's start with you, GK Sean, on this one. And this was your second place shirt. Tell us why you liked it.
This was dead hard. It was 1 and 2. Like, I kept mixing up, but then I thought this was classy in the end. I like the little. I imagine these as little football kits, little football shirts. Have you seen that on the little?
Oh yeah.
What they call? They're like little 16 or 8-bit birds with the little circles in the middle. They're like mini versions of the kit he's wearing, aren't they? That's what I think. I think that's quite clever. That's how I imagine it, anyway.
Yeah.
And it was perfectly symmetrical. Colour's beautiful, and also I don't like red, but this really works. And I like Angola. I don't know why. Do you know one of them teams that you think you've never seen them at a World Cup? Then I saw them was it 06 in Germany? And I was like, they were my African team then, and so I've been following them ever since. So that's another reason why.
He says wearing a South Africa shirt, but yeah, that's fine, Sean. Yeah. No,
they didn't have that shirt in Bernardo's. This was just on a rail, ready to be bought.
Give it 12 months, mate. They might do. But a night out rating for this one, considering you won't wear red on a night out.
6 out of 10, maybe.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd be better than that, but never mind. Dom, let's come to you on this one, mate. And this was your 5th place shirt.
Yes.
And what?
It's not a telling indictment of how much I dislike something in 5th, because between 1 and 5, there's obviously not that many places. And I think in parts, all of these shirts have got some kind of redeeming features, but I fucking hate V-necks. I can't hack them. I think this looks, the band with the number incorporated in it is framed really well as well. I think maybe the extra pattern on the top isn't needed, given that the black section and then the lower red part has already got like a diamond. I don't know if it's a texture as we've seen with like Vape in it, or the Dry Fit Advance, but that looks really good on its own. I think maybe the top, although if it's based on traditional pattern or anything like that, I'd rather it was all or nothing in that instance. But yeah, not overly a bad shirt. Looks so much better with the number on as well. And yeah, this kid here doing a Batafemi Gomis celebration. Oh, look at that. Yeah, which is, it is class. That, to be fair,
I agree with you. I think the number added in there definitely adds something to that central part and kind of makes you get a name set, which, football kit manufacturers love to make you do, don't they, I guess? Chris, let's finish off with you on this one, pal. Second for you. So you've nailed it this week, mate, in the way where you've placed it. Yeah, I mean, what the other two guys have said, do you kind of agree or?
Yeah, the exact same thing as GK Sean, like seeing Angola in 2006, like I'd never seen him at a World Cup, and like that kind of bold, like there's not too many teams out there that play in like red and black and yellow, and there's just something, like that sort of like Fibonacci circle of like, like beautiful images. Like for me, Angola always have that sort of like perfect complementary amount of the amount of red to the amount of black to the amount of yellow. It always just seems to kind of tie in really beautifully that, it's really powerful red, and then it's got the black that frames it all nicely, and then the yellow on it is just always beautiful. The little band, which I think is based on a traditional Angolan texture, textile pattern. I did look it up somewhere. Where did I write? Samakaka.
So they're not miniature football shirts then?
No, but if they are to you, Sean, then they are. You're allowed to think. We're all allowed to think what shirts are.
Well, they've missed a trick.
They have. They have.
Do you want to change your ranking, Sean? Is it that like that deep?
No, I'm still happy with first.
Okay.
I just think it's beautiful. I think the whole thing just ties nicely. I kind of agree with Dom a bit, where like does it need the multiple kind of textures in the different parts? But they're going for something where you look at it at this distance, at this picture, you're not kind of going like, oh, there's too much going on. I think it looks really clean, and then the black helps frame like that kind of authentic detail, which is something that I really dig.
Sean, I just have to say, you said something wrong there. You put this second and not first, don't you?
I thought I put his first.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm happy with second as well.
You have to be now because the show's.
I told you I was like that.
Yeah.
All the way.
But that leads me on to the number one shirt, and it won by one single point, Sean. So if you had to put this first, it would have won. So you only got yourself to blame for that one.
No, it would have been a draw, surely, no?
No, because you take a point off number one,
yeah.
and you had a point to number two, mate. That's how the shows work for years, to be fair. I thought you would have got that. But never mind. Anyway, our number one shirt this week from our rankers with a score of 20 points, so 20 out of 25 is not bad going at all. It is this. Chris will be very, very happy. It is the Mali away shirt. Yes. I don't know why I was sounding confused then. It is the Mali away shirt, and it got 20 points. Like I say, it was second for me. I think it's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. All three kits are fantastic. I just that Angola for me is just, I don't know, it slaps me in the face, and that's what I want from a football shirt. But not that this doesn't. I mean, it's got a pissing eagle on it, but you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean. Anyway, let's go through the rankers that are not here. Jay, he had this one in second. It's wild, but in the best way. And I mean, that's pretty much sums it up perfectly. Let's go through the rankers that you can see on your screen. We'll kick it off with Kit King Dom. Kit King Dom, you had this one in, this was fourth place for you. See, Chris is really...
Look, don't be groaning. It still came first. I think I've got that thing. You know when you was banging on about Star Wars before? I never seen it. Never seen a single one. I don't.
You've never seen a single Star Wars? Right. Can I just cut you off there? Talking Kit are now advertising for a full-time ranker. If you would like to get your CVs in, at Talking Kit on all socials, send your CV. I mean, if you've seen one Star Wars, you're already getting a job over certain people. How you've not seen one Star Wars is ridiculous.
Stop, wait, I thought you were going to pause so that you could actually just put on all the Star Wars now, so he has to watch them before we carry on.
yeah. I'll do it, mate. Let's do that.
I've seen Star Trek. I don't see Star Trek.
See,
more or less
after the panel, I've watched it.
And neither of you are coming back. Anyway, Dom. So you feel like You're missing
No,
out.
I've got that thing. Don't take the piss. It's like I think it's like a medical condition. When people bang on about something too much, I just don't like it. I didn't watch Titanic until last year.
I've never seen Titanic.
Well, yeah, don't.
Spoiler
Not
alert.
worth it.
I have
But yeah.
it sinks in the end, doesn't it?
The sequel to it is brilliant. But no, it's like GK2. No, I think just when I've seen people like going ape shit about this, and I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I'm a dickhead. I go the other way. I know there's like an actual name for it as well, but I shouldn't do it, but I do. But I think this kind of image. I don't like this. Generated image. Yeah, I think the match image pics of this and particularly that kit matchup with Namibia in wearing them yellow boots. It looks, to be fair, it looks fucking class.
It does. Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it just pushes me away a little bit when people go a bit too mad about certain things. But there's obviously a reason people are going mad about it. It says more about me than it does about them. But yeah, I'm not surprised it's first, given the hype around it and the kind of synergy with the other kits as well.
Chris, I have to ask you. Obviously, a big fan of the shirts. Obviously, you've got one behind you. Is that the third, or is it?
That's the third. So that's the black one.
Third. See, I think I prefer that one. If you're going to pick one of the three, I think it should have been that personally. But
I wanted to pick shirts that have been worn as well.
Oh, well, okay, I'll let you off on that then. You're not so much of a knobhead now. Chris, though, obviously for you, it's number one. Big fan of the shirts, you can tell. Tell Dom, not that he's wrong, because that's no, it's an opinion's an opinion. Tell him why he's wrong.
Right. So there's this boy, and he's growing up on a desert planet, right? And then there's these two droids that come to him, right? And he has to take.
I had no idea what was going on there,
right? And then he finds this old man in the desert, right? I mean, this will interest you now, Tom, right? This old man takes it back to his house. Anyway, all right. Right, here's the thing, right? For me, I've loved Marley shirts since like 2013, 2014, where they started to do this kind of big. They've been with Airness for like forever, I think, and they usually do the kind of sort of like flag gradient thing on the front, and it was kind of like really big and bold and like properly out there. And then I think it was maybe 2013 or 2015 or something that they did one of these big bold eagle print sort of shirts, and for me it was just, forgive my potty language, but it was just fucking wild, right? For me, I was just like, that is just putting it out there, the whole thing that I really like with that sort of like pride of your nation sort of thing, and I suppose if it was England, it would be that we just have this giant, 3 lions on the front, and I think we'd probably all go, oh, it's a little bit tacky actually. But for me, I just absolutely love it. I just think it just stands out just brilliantly. Now, here's the thing. I've got the training / third kit. If I was basing it on technical specs, it's not a great shirt. Okay. Because actually a lot of it, like, it's all sublimated. Okay. Yeah. The Airness stitching is actually a little bit shoddy, right? And the stripes down the side, it's all sublimated, so the kind of grey outline is sublimated in. It's not like the old Cameroon one, the all-in-one.
Like the
vents,
the onesie,
the onesie. Even the collar is actually sort of like the same material. It's like they've just put a row of stitching in, and it's actually quite flimsy. And I think if you get a bit close, the printing's not actually that great either. And I was going to say that actually, one of the things is I love the shirt. Like I really do love it. But I don't know if, because it's like Afcon and you kind of get into like, just crazy looking shirts that are kind of like national pride just splashed on the front and, that sort of thing, that I kind of look the other way on the technical side of it. Because like if Nike produced a shirt like this, you'd be like, oh, like that's actually really kind of shoddy workmanship, and I don't know if it's just because you kind of go like, well, it's from a little French brand, so we've got to let them go. Like even the Airness logo has like the panther, I think, and then it's just got this weird kind of bit of stitching that just goes out from it for no reason, and I'm like, why? Is that the feed in from the machine or something like that? So Dom, I think you're wrong. Star Wars is brilliant. I completely get that you've got some weird mental disorder that means you have to go against the grain of people saying that things are good. But I think for me, technically, this isn't a great shirt.
Sean, let's finish off with you then, mate, my friend. You had this one. You had
Put it first in the end.
You mixed it up, didn't you? That's the whole point. You mixed everything up.
Yeah,
you had this one in first place. After hearing what Dom has said about it and what Chris has said about it, where do you kind of lie and what are your thoughts on this one still?
at first I thought it was quite garish, but then I thought, no, I love the garishness of it.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Garishness? Garerity? No,
Rarity.
And it just looks dead. In the end, I switched to like, it's dead cool. I'd love to just wear it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you could just, you'd have a bottle of beer walking to the bus with it, wouldn't you? If you were younger, I mean, like,
No.
in the summer, you could wear it and playing football. You play with a swagger, and which is what a lot of
Especially with your beer.
Yeah.
yeah. You have to make it flat a little bit because if you're running it, go everywhere. But you can imagine Bob Marley wearing it, couldn't you? And the colours are beautiful as well. I like it.
It does smack you in the face. Absolutely right, mate. And garish is a good word for it, but garish in a good way. I'm a bit disappointed to hear about the technical difficulties that it's having. It's a bit disappointed. Yeah, all sublimated as well. Is like, come on, it's like
the badge is stitched, but it's stitched like a proper 80s badge, like that kind of really coarse.
Yeah.
Like, do me a favor, Chris.
Yeah.
Put it to the camera,
please.
Let's have a look, please.
Where's your manners?
Oh, sorry, the shirt. Sorry.
Wait, where's that zoom?
You need a night out rating as well, Sean.
Yes, we do.
Hang on.
You're going 10. Yeah, you can't do anything but 10. That looks nice. That I like that.
So there we go then. Shirt number 1 this week, the Afcon 2023 shirts with 20 points overall from our rankers. It is Marley. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining us for that one. I think it was a worthy winner, despite the technical difficulties. I will say that again. Look how tiny that list looks now. Jesus wept. Everyone scores, obviously, and just to show, Sean, you definitely did do it that way. I have to say, just to show I don't cheat. Blah blah blah. Who cares? There we go. Right. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming down to the Rank Bank. If you've enjoyed watching this episode of Full Kit Rankers, we are back now, and there's no stopping us. We will be as regular as me in the morning after a cup of coffee. Right. Okay. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff. We'll be back very soon for more Full Kit Rankers, and Desert Island Kits is coming back as well, so that'll be fun for everyone. We'll see you very soon. Whatever you do, make sure that you always keep talking kit.